So guys, you've seen this title, right? In this video I will explain how I made 220,000 US dollars in just 2 months and how I lost it all 2 months after. I know it sounds crazy, it is crazy. It was a crazy roller coaster, guys. And I will explain exactly how it happened, how I got to that point and how I lost it all. But first let me take you to the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey. Because I started when I was like 20, I'm 26 right now, or 21, I don't know when I started exactly, but I just started because I thought this is something for me. Because I was still in college, I was studying for becoming a physiotherapist, and some guy, I still speak to him, he probably does like over 1 million or 2 million revenue this year, so he's crazy, he has a crazy journey as well. But I was with him in a physiotherapy class and he just started entrepreneurship. He just started selling on online marketplace. Bol.com, it's a Dutch marketplace, it's the same as Amazon, but then for Dutch people. So he started selling, and once I saw that, my eyes opened. I never realized in my whole life that being an entrepreneur is an option. I just thought, you go to college, you get a degree, and you just get a job, and maybe once in your life you can start your own firm within that niche you're in, you know what I mean? So I thought, I will become a physiotherapist, and then maybe after some years I can start my own physiotherapy clinic. I thought that was a journey. I never realized you can just start something online, so it opened my eyes. So I wanted to start as well, so that's what I did. Like when Corona started, I started doing Bol.com as well, but of course in the beginning I had no clue what I was doing, so it didn't go that well, and I learned a lot about it. So the first years I only did that, selling on a marketplace, just keep learning. First year I did like 20k revenue. The years after that I always was stuck around 100k revenue, but I was just, when I look back, I had no clue what I was doing. So that's part of being an entrepreneur, guys. You just don't know what you do. People expect you to make money from the get-go, but that's not how it is. Like if you go to college, you are also learning for 4 years until you get the degree, and then you start working. Like being an entrepreneur is the same. Of course some people make money very quickly, but 99% of people, they don't make it quickly. And even from that 99% of people, 99% of people just quit. So just realize that it's not normal to start making money very quickly. Most of the time it just takes months or years. That's how I started. First couple years just sold stock, bought stock from China and then sold it. It's a terrible business model, to be honest, because you constantly need to reinvest in stock. So you make some money, but all your profit goes back into new stock, and eventually, if you're not experienced, you ruin it, you make a mistake, and all your profit is gone and you're left with stock. So that's what happened to me. Every time I made some money, I just was left with some stock. And even though like I had no clue what I was doing, I didn't even track my profits right, because I should have made some 20k, 40k profit. I've never seen a single penny on my bank account, so there was no profit at all. No clue where that profit went. It was just all gone. But this is part of it, guys. I had no clue what I was doing, but I knew one thing. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to start my own business, be successful, become rich, all that shit. I wanted that. I knew that. So I dropped out of college because I knew I just didn't want to work for a boss. I just didn't want a normal job. So I just dropped out. Started being an entrepreneur full time. And with full time I just mean I just worked the whole day to become an entrepreneur, but I didn't earn any money with it. So that's when I was like 22, 23, so 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when I dropped out of college and went for just pursued a career as an entrepreneur. And I knew now I need to become serious. I need to focus, work harder, and try to become as good as possible. And that's when I switched my business, because like that selling on a marketplace with stock, I know people can make money from it, but in my opinion it's just not the best way, because like I said, stock is just hard. You can do it way easier. So that's when I started dropshipping. Basically it's exactly the same. The only difference is the fulfillment method. I just start fulfilling it from the manufacturer to the customer, and once it works, once I prove the concept works, I just buy stock. So it's only the testing is different, because I just don't risk as much when I test shit, instead of risking everything while I didn't even have proof it works. So it's just a superior method. So I started doing that. Invested in some courses and some mentors to, you know, speed the process. You can do it without, but it just takes way more time. So it's just, I would say, invest in a coach, guys. Did that, started dropshipping, just testing a lot of products. That's what I did. So now we are around 1 year ago. 1 year ago I just started this. So for 3-4 years I did the marketplace. Like I said, made like 100 grand revenue a year, but yeah, I needed to invest in stock. It was nothing. Didn't make a penny of it. At this point I probably already lost like 10 grand, 20 grand or something. Then I started drop shipping. This is where I make the big money, guys, so pay attention. I started as a complete beginner. I had some experience in e-commerce, but like I had no experience in marketing and that shit. So I started as a beginner. The first 3 months I lost like 10k with advertisements because I didn't know what to do. It just didn't work out for me. Lost 10k and I was almost out of money, to be honest. I didn't have that much money anymore. I had like a couple k. So it was like, if it doesn't pick up right now, I need to quit. And I kept testing, kept improving, and at some point, guys, I made a whole collection. Made some advertisements that I was selling out because I wanted to quit my shop. So everything was for a fraction of the price. I sold it for a fraction of the price. In reality, it wasn't a fraction of the price. I just faked the normal price, but like that are advanced marketing tactics. I wouldn't bother you with that, but that's what I did. Made a collection, a big sale, and it worked. It worked so well that I didn't even have enough money to scale it that fast. So I lent money of my brother, like 5 to 9k. I don't know what it was exactly, but like a couple grand from my brother. I said to him, if you lend me that money, I will give you like 1k extra at the end of the month. So pretty good deal for him. So he lent me the money. I start scaling that single campaign to the moon. Like within a couple weeks I was at 2.5k advertisement budget a day. So I eventually scaled that collection to like 8.5k euros a day revenue, which equals to some 2 to 2.5k profit each day. I made 2.5k profit each day, guys. Can you imagine? So it went like crazy. I was like chilling at night, at the evening, just watching TV, and like my phone was crazy. It was constantly ringing. If you have Shopify, you know that sound is an amazing sound, like ka-ching, and you made some money. So that was happening the whole night. Constantly ka-ching, ka-ching. I saw money, yes, 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 60 pounds, just, it was crazy. I lived a life, and I was already in my head with what car should I buy at the end of this year? Where should I buy a house? Like I was already with my head there, and that's the mistake because I became too greedy, guys. So then my factory closed because I had a factory in China, and in Chinese New Year is around February. Everything closes, so I couldn't sell anymore. So my last days I did like 8k, and then I needed to stop suddenly because of them closing. 1 month went by and I invested all my profit into building a team. I had 2 employees and I just spent all my money in rebranding my website, buying new software. I was prepared to make like 300k a month. I was like ready. So invested all that money, all that time, trained all my employees to be the best because I just wanted to have like a trained SWAT team. My factory opened again. I could sell again, re-uploaded the campaigns. But yeah, a month went by and I had a winter campaign and it was March right now. So it just didn't sell that well, and that was my mistake, guys, because I just thought, oh, if I make like 100 bucks with that campaign a day, I'm fine. But that's stupid. If you advertise for 2.5k a day and you make 100 bucks, kill that campaign. Because if something goes wrong, you will lose hundreds and hundreds of euros each day. And I didn't kill it, so I killed it way too late. So I didn't realize, because everything is of course slowed down. You don't notice your losses right up from the get-go. So I just lost money eventually. It wasn't profitable anymore, but I just didn't notice it. And I just kept it at a high budget, scaled some other products that I didn't need to scale, but I was too greedy, so I scaled way too fast other products as well. In January and February I made like 220k US dollars. And just with like 20-40k profit. I don't know how much profit I made, but crazy amount of profit, guys. And yeah, 2 months later I lost it all because I just made some mistakes. I just scaled campaigns that I shouldn't scale and lost all my profit to the point I didn't have any money left. I didn't only lose my profit, I lost everything. I didn't have a single penny. So I literally quitted my store. I just stopped because I didn't have money to invest. So I just worked 2 jobs. I worked as a personal trainer every single morning at, what was it, 6:30 a.m. Maybe even earlier. Now 6:30 a.m. I cleaned saunas for 3.5 hours. Once I was done, I went to the gym, I finished going to the gym, and I worked as a personal trainer the rest of the day. That's what I did every single day. I worked like 7 days a week. Every single day I worked. Because I just needed money. I had nothing. So I needed to make some money, but guys, like, I was at a new low in my life. Because before I started this dropship store, I was already at the low. Because my father passed away and my business wasn't working, so I needed to start a new business. So I was at the low and I went even lower because now everything just sunk into me. I lost my dad. I was completely broke, and please imagine guys, I worked for months and months, like for 4 or 5 months straight, without a single day off. I worked every single day, and I thought finally it's paying off. Finally I get what I deserve. And the moment I get a taste of that richness, a taste of that success, everything was taken away from me again. I had nothing left. So I felt so low. I felt so depressed. So I just worked 2 jobs, and every time I went home I just was like, ah, this sucks so bad. I hate my life right now. I was in misery, guys. And long story short, I just worked 2 jobs and eventually had a plan to go to Thailand to rebuild my life again, which I'm doing right now. I'm in Thailand, working on my business. I'm building it up from scratch again. I'm doing like $50, $100 days. It's nothing, but I'm still testing some things. Doing Muay Thai, working on my physique, working on my mental toughness, because I'm all by myself here. I have no friends. I'm alone. Sometimes a bit lonely as well, but I know it makes me stronger. So that's what I'm doing right now, to make a long story short. But yeah, that's the story, how I literally made $220,000 in 2 months and lost it all. Yeah, that sucked, but it made me stronger. It was a very, very tough time, but it made me stronger. So I will give you some lessons I learned through this whole period of me being an entrepreneur, from the moment I started till now. So let me see what I wrote down for you guys. The first lesson I can give you is you need to detach from the outcome. Detach from money and detach from results. Because when I started being an entrepreneur, I was too attached to money. So I was constantly thinking, but what if I don't make this money back if I invest this? I worked like 50 hours for this money and then I lose it. Oh, that's so terrible. Please detach from money. Money is just a tool to play the game. It's worth nothing. Don't care about money, guys. If you lose it all, you can make it back. Don't put any value on money. It's just a tool to play the game. And also don't focus too much on the outcome. Don't focus too much on, when I invest $500, I need to make 1,000. Just start and try to learn. It's way more important to learn every time you do something than to get good results, because you can get good results out of luck, but still learn nothing. Eventually you will lose it again. You need to focus on learning and detach from outcomes and money. That's like the biggest tip if you start being an entrepreneur. Just take action. Don't care if you fail, because you can only win or learn. Gaining skills and knowledge is the most important thing your first years as an entrepreneur. The second thing is, losing is normal. It's okay to lose, it's normal to lose. In America they have some kind of saying, if you didn't were like bankrupt at least 2 times in your life, you're not an entrepreneur. Or it will still happen. Something like that. I don't know the exact quote, but it's true. You will lose money, you will fail. It's part of the job. And especially in the beginning when you haven't got that much knowledge and skills, you will fail more often. But even if you're very experienced, multi-millionaires still lose sometimes. Can lose all their money, but they will make it back. That's why it's so important to focus on the skills and the knowledge, because once you have the skills and the knowledge, you can just make it back. You know what I mean? If you only focus on money, if you don't have the skills, you can lose. Then what are you gonna do now? Like wait till you are lucky again? No, focus on skills and knowledge. Be okay with losing, because you will learn from it and you will win later. Like on the grand scale of being an entrepreneur, it's nothing. You can lose 10 grand, but you can make 10 grand in a day later. So don't stress about losing, don't stress about money. Third tip I have for you is, don't do it alone. Unless you need to. If you don't have any friends you can trust, there's probably something wrong with you. Maybe you're autistic or something, but then just do it alone. But it's way better to start with some friends, because you can combine your money. You have more money to play with. You can put in more time, to be honest, to work on your business. You have more perspectives from people. It's just better to build like a team of 2 or 3 people that have the same drive, the same vision, and just want to build something. Because once you go to the big game, like being an entrepreneur, doing business, please know it's a game and it's a hard game. Everyone is competing. It doesn't matter what business you're in, you're competing with the whole world. You're competing with guys that made millions, that have 100 employees. How do you think you can win from them when you're just by yourself with your 10 grand? It's too hard. I mean, you can win from them, it's just super hard. It's way more easy to just start with a group of people and combine your time, energy, resources, knowledge and money, and then start from that team. First of all, it's way more fun if you win. Second of all, if you lose, it's more bearable, because when I lost, I'm doing this all with 2 of my best friends. When we lost, we were all in a fucked up position. So that just makes it more bearable. If you're all by yourself and you're losing, that's very hard, man. So just don't do it alone unless you really need to. And the last tip I can give you is try to enjoy the process. I know it's hard and I struggle with this too sometimes, to enjoy the process, but just enjoy the process of trying, learning, getting better. Because yeah, if you watch day to day, maybe it's not fun and maybe you feel like you don't progress that fast. But once you look at like month to month or year to year, then you see how much you progress. Especially if you go all out. Like me here in Thailand, I'm here for 2 months right now. I've learned so much, I made so much progress already because I really go all out. I'm here by myself, I have little to no distractions, I'm just locked in, focused. I literally came all the way to this place to work on myself. So what do you think? Like, I'm not gonna be lazy here, I can be lazy at home. I'm here to work, so just try to enjoy the process as well. Just enjoy being better, enjoy learning things, enjoy failing as well. Because it will, first of all, you will get more progression if you enjoying it. And like, you're in a situation anyway. It's better to enjoy it when you fail than to be miserable about it. Yeah, that's basically it. Let me see if I have one more lesson to wrap this video off. The last point I can just give you is just be patient as well. I know you watch social media and you see all these guys that are millionaires and make so much money and buy a Lambo when they are 20. I know, I watch them too, and I get sometimes like I get motivated by them, but also a bit discouraged. Like, this guy is 20 and he's buying a Lambo and I'm 25 and I recently lost all my money. I have nothing, I'm broke. So yeah, don't try to compare yourself too much with those people. Just be patient, because if you're patient, if you keep going, never quit, and try to improve 1% every day, there's a 100% chance you will succeed. So just keep that in mind. Just watch me, guys. Like I said, I lost everything, but I focus on knowledge and skills. I've made that much money in that short of period of time. I can do it again. I will do it again, guys. And I will do it even better. I will do it more consistent and I will get more money. So just watch me. Keep an eye on me, guys, because I will get there. And I hope that you will get there as well. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. I will put my Instagram handle in the comments or in the description down below. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Ciao.